Flipping.
Okay, we're live on StreamYard. Now we gotta wait for it to hit YouTube. Come on, YouTube, catch up.
It should be almost there, I would think.
Should be almost there. That's my computer lagging behind. There it is.
Yeah, I think we're a little behind, but yeah, I think we're good now.
Yeah. We had Jason Landers in coach, Mike Irving, 351 Cleveland, Woman Outdoors, Miss Kimberly Euler, Catfish Fever Lynn, Fishing with Big Mike, Mike Irving, Del Hayslip, Rebecca and Jamie, Carolina Real Screamers, Wabash Nate, Still in Ya,
Still.
Chris Everett, your boy Troy, Dave Garcia, Maurice Kaysen, the #1 subscriber of everybody's channel, the Carper family. Let's see who else. Pontoon Jody.
Your boy Troy.
Whoa.
I don't know if you call him off or not.
We got a lot of people coming in here tonight. You must be a popular man, John.
Popular man. I don't know about all that.
We got Roland Virtual coming in.
I know somebody asked in the chat earlier. Let's see who was. I look back up here.
We have J-Dog in the house.
Don't think it'll go back that far. Oh, here it is. Wabash Nate when there is my head cold. It's a little bit chilly on the head with no hair on there. I'm taking off of it, but I'd probably blind everybody.
Now, if you guys have any questions in the chat tonight, put some question marks in front of the question and behind the question so we can catch it and we can ask him. So, give us a little bit of a background behind you, John.
Well, I started my YouTube adventure last year in probably July, August. I think my first video I ever made on YouTube come out in around August, around maybe the end of August probably. And I'm more into the outdoor stuff, the hunting, trapping, and that's where I spent most of my whole life is hunting and trapping and bass fishing. I really never got into catfishing until last year. Got into catfish community, and my wife, she always did it catfishing, but I've always been a big bass fisherman my whole life. And so I started trying to catfishing out and I was enjoying it. You know, I didn't know exactly how to go about doing it. So I'd watch YouTube videos and watch people, and started out with just basic equipment to figure out what I need to move up in bigger size equipment.
Now, congratulations on being on 1K.
Appreciate it.
And how are you setting with your watch hours?
I think I got like 1,200 I got to get, I believe. 12 or 13. And I haven't done any live streams for a while because everything's been frozen.
Yeah.
So I just been kind of sitting back and doing little short videos here and there.
If we can get people to go over and watch the John Euler's channel and watch his videos and give him the watch hours he needs to get to 1,200, that'd be great. You can download them into a playlist and play them all night and just turn off the volume and just watch them as you sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
that way.
That video there with my wife. If you guys haven't seen it yet, check it out. What he's talking about. I wasn't live. I wasn't on a StreamYard guy. I was watching his channel, And well, matter of fact, it was Carver Family. I was watching his channel and I dozed off and to watch. I'm just going to lay down a little while. So I got up on the couch and evidently a couple viewers in the chat and Carver kind of convinced my wife to do this video with the whipped
It wasn't
cream.
just Carver that convinced your wife.
and it seemed like that video there, the first night it picked up like a thousand subscriber within 4 hours, 1,000 watches in like 4 hours, and then within 17 hours it had over 1,575 views. And this was on a Thursday night, and Friday night must have been more people on the internet searching. And Friday night it just exploded and ended up getting like 3,600 views on a Friday night.
I will say on that video, quite a few of us have went back and watched it several times.
Yeah.
I was drinking coffee when that happened, and I spewed it across the floor.
Yeah, I would have never dreamed of. I've seen them videos before, a long time ago, and I never give nothing. They thought into it like that, and I'd be daggone if it didn't. I was surprised.
I would have thought it would have been shaving cream or whipping cream, but not mashed potatoes. We got No Real Loss in the house. We have Fat Boy Eric, Becca Mudtramp, Chucky Morgan. Welcome and thank you for coming in.
Yeah, Miss Becca, she helped push the last few to get me. I don't know where it was at, but she helped to bring some of her people over and push it all over. And
Becca is amazing.
Yeah, but how few people.
Can we get John Parker's link and John Oiler's link both shared in chat? And let's help get John Parker pushed up to 1K. He's at, I think, 80 something or more or less. I know he's at about 115 or 110 away from 1K. Don't missing that. So, how did the female side of John Noel come out?
I'm not for sure. She started to be more active with me on the videos, and you talking about Jane?
Yeah, Jane Oiler.
Okay,
I couldn't remember her name.
Jane. Well, Has Life was doing a live stream with his brother, and they had somebody come up and was inquiring how his fair weather friend was, and that's how it all came about. And so we decided that let's do a video real fast. This is the time to do it while it's still live. So we did the video up, and we sent it over to him while he was live stream, but we didn't put it up till later on that night. We decided to post it up, but that's how it's all come out. The gentleman was asking about Had Life's fair weather friend, which his brother was inside the tent trying to stay in the weather.
So Jane Oiler became Haz's stalker, huh?
Yeah.
That was the biggest hype for about 2 weeks going through YouTube.
Yeah. Then Jane goes into the grocery store, the gas station, and you get the reaction of the cashier reaction. It was priceless.
There's one video you done, which everybody loves, but why did you decide to prove everybody in the catfishing community wrong that you could go fishing from the couch for catfish?
Yeah, that's it. I remember stands, the two stand was kept saying, you know, you can't go fishing from the couch. And I'm like, and I kept hearing it, different people saying you got to get off the couch and you're going to go fishing. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bring the couch to the water. And that's what I did. And my wife, she thought I was crazy dragging a couch down there, but you know, then it's proved that you can fish from the couch. I may not caught anything that night, but I did prove that you can bring the couch to the water and fish from it.
That was funny.
And I
And
will have a tournament this year, fishing from the couch tournament.
oh, you are gonna have fishing from the couch tournament?
Yes, sir. And I'm thinking about what I'm going to do instead of, because I had to drag a couch down there by myself and load it, unload it, and reload it, and that wasn't no easy task. For it was a 2-seat recliner couch. So I'm thinking about and making it like a doubles where you and somebody else could drag the couch together, fish together.
Why would you? What made you think to take a recliner instead of a regular couch?
That was that's the only couch I could find that day. Because it just hit me out of nowhere. I'd go down the road in the pickup truck. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go find a couch. I'm going to go fishing tonight.
Hello,
And
Big Matt. Hello, Mike's Fishing Home.
I
Mike's
do a
Fishing
lot of,
Congrats, John Euler.
thank you, Mike, fishing home. I do a lot of spur of the moment videos. Most of my videos not planned out. I just spur of the moment and decide I'm going to do it and do it.
Oh, I don't doubt that a bit. I
Because
really
if I
don't.
get thinking about it, then I won't do it. But if I think of it there and do it now, and then I'd be like, let's do it. Get myself pumped up and do it.
Hello, want to be outdoors and Chris Everett. I mean, you're you do things like I do, but you go way farther beyond what I do. You go way off the chart when you go do some of your videos,
Right.
like
Well,
inner tubing behind Ernie Brown's 4-wheeler.
yeah, that was a lot of fun getting pulled behind that thing. Remember when I was a kid, we used to use car hoods at the time. That's what we used back then. Use
Yeah,
car hoods and you end up getting cut or whatever the case may be. But I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to get an inner tube and I'm going to find somebody got a 4-wheeler and I connected with Ernie Brown. He's like, come on down, I'll do it. So I made the trip down in Southern Ohio to do it.
that was a trip.
Oh yeah, it was fun. That was definitely a blast.
I
And I
know, but
figured,
I know when you went into that pine tree, it felt like you ran into a box of needles.
yeah, right underneath them pine trees where the limbs come out, the snow hadn't been there. So when I come off the tube, because it was like hitting a brick wall basically, because with the
Yeah,
tube slide. Well, I keep my momentum was already going, so right off tube I go because I already had snow and ice on me, and it
yeah.
hit them
Your famous
needles.
last words when he came off the tube was, "He left without me."
Yeah,
I had
it
a
is.
farmer once, and
It's
he
hard
gave
to
me
hold
some
on to
advice.
that.
Man, I mean, you just come up with some off the wall stuff.
Yeah, I try to do a little bit of everything comedy, living life on the edge sometimes, probably a little too close.
Oh, I wouldn't say too close, but you keep
Well,
everybody you keep everybody going.
yeah, when I put an alert out there, like, what John's doing this time?
You, we never know
That's why I
what
like
video
to,
you're coming out with.
yeah, but that's why I kind of like to keep it, fun and enjoyable for everybody. And
So, what rivers do you like to fish in? Rivers and
what
lakes.
What
bodies of
rivers
water.
and lakes do I like to fish at?
Yes.
Uh, the river, probably, I would have to say the Maumee River, which is the one of the major tributaries to Lake Erie. It's well known for the walleye run in the spring. Maumee River is. That is a well-known river for across the country. If anybody walleye fishes, they know that's the walleye run, and because they come all out of the lake and spawn. But once you get so far up the river, you run into a dam, so the walleye can't get above it. So there's catfish that high water catfish go about anywhere, and so I fish that part in the river when it's up where the catfish are, or they're kind of trapped between the dams until water comes up. And I'm just learning the river because, like I said, last year was the first year I really got into catfishing. So I've got to learn this river, the structure in the bottom of it, how the depth of it, and it's got a lot of rocks and a lot of trees in it. And the biggest parts, fishing the river from the bank, you got everybody else that fishes from the bank also there. So a lot of my live streams don't go out till about noon, but 1, 2 o'clock in the morning because everybody's fishing night fishing until 12 or 1 o'clock, and then once they leave, and that's when I roll in and start fishing till 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And I've caught probably some of the biggest flatheads about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the mornings in that river. And got talking to a local bait shop there, and he told me, he said, you want to get the big flatheads, you got to have a boat because everybody catches the ones there from the bank. You got to get out there in a boat. So that's my goal this year, to get a boat and hit that river and hopefully catch some big flatheads. But as there's lakes, I really don't got too many lakes that I fish. That's two of you for now.
Hello, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. My other laptop just quit or froze up, so I had to reboot it.
Got your brother, your twin over there. But yeah, as of lakes, I found one lake.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can on my end. But I did find a
Go ahead
lake.
and keep talking, John. I'll be back with you in a second.
All right, buddy. He said I did find a lake that got good potential.
My other tab, my laptop froze, hog leg, so I'm working on getting it back up.
You're good now on that one. But I did find a couple lakes through Google Earth and Navionics that got good potential for some nice catfish in it this year. And I did hit my last time I fished, I think it was in October last year before it all iced over. And I did catch a channel cat in there 10.5 pounds in like 24 foot of water.
So, what's your biggest blue?
My biggest blue is 35 pounds, 35.5, if I'm not mistaken.
That's nice.
Yeah. And I caught it last year. Well, I never even caught a blue cat last year until I went to the Potomac and fished out there with Has. And I caught, I think the first night we caught like 15 fish in just a matter of no time. A couple hours, 15 blues. And, I got my PB out there, and I broke my PB 4 different times out there in the Potomac. And, catching a 35-pound catfish, that's pretty good fish. I've never caught a blue that big, or as far as even catching any.
Yeah. Blues are they're a unique fish to catch.
Yeah, they're definitely different fighting fish.
Yeah, the
'Cause-
way more different than a flathead, and a lot more different than a channel.
oh yeah, definitely different channel. And while I was out there fishing, I did catch a channel cat out of the Potomac.
Really?
Yeah, I did catch a channel out of there, and I caught a gar. I got a big old gar out of there.
How big was a channel cat out of the Potomac you caught?
It was probably, I would say 4 or 5 pounds, somewhere in that range.
That's cool.
Yep. So there is channels out there, but they're outnumbered by the blue cats. So blue cats going to dominate the water.
Hello, woman outdoors. Hello, Don R. Hogleg, Melissa, and Bank Fishing Adventures, and Mr. Kitty Whiskers. Welcome, and please hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, and you get notified every time I go live or we have a video out.
Yep. I want to thank everybody in the chat. I think a lot of people in the chat, some of my subscribers also. I want to thank you all for the support, for the milestone. And if it wasn't from you guys, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Exactly.
And you guys are greatly appreciated, no matter what. Like I said, if it wasn't from you all supporting us, we wouldn't be up here talking as we are now.
And for those of you that are not subscribed to John Oiler, please go over there, hook set him, subscribe to him, hit the bell notification, watch one of his videos, give him a thumbs up and a heartfelt comment so it'll stick. He'll greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Has. I'm trying to reach up. Your boy Troy. How you been, Troy? I've seen you around for a little while. Been doing okay, buddy?
I haven't seen Troy around in a while. That's what I'm glad to see him back in here again.
Yeah, just big round of applause to you guys that support me. I appreciate it.
Mike's Fishing Home says, John, you're my couch buddy.
There we go.
I still can't believe you took that recliner out there and used it on the bank.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yep, I had.
Go ahead.
Just like a lot of people sit and watch TV or whatever from the couch, and it's comfortable. Don't get me wrong. You sit on the couch and it's comfortable. You don't want to get off that couch. And when I took it out there to the water, I think I've sat in that couch for like 3 hours before I even got out of it. I sat right there on the couch with the recliner for 3 hours, didn't even get out of it and check the bait or anything.
Well, I can guarantee you no one can say you can't fish from the couch anymore.
Right, because that myth has been busted, right?
Hello, Ricky, and he says, congrats, John Oiler, on your 1K.
Carver Family. There's a good channel right there. Carver Family, Catfish Terry. They all been pushing to get me up to the 1K. Miss Becca had life been helping. Everybody come together and you can achieve anything, but we got to come together.
Oh, yeah. You got to have a good family connections and come together to get things solved and completed.
Yeah, there's not an I in team. Everybody got to work together to be one team.
Hello, LG Bass. It's always a team effort. Everything is a family effort. It's not a one-person thing to do it. We all have to work together to get things done.
Yeah, yep, we do. As a catfish community, we got to. Catfish community is growing. Just like the bass fishermen, the Bass Pro, Cabela's, they sponsor all these bass tournaments, thousands of dollars. Well, the catfish community, we stick together, and it's going to get attention. It may take a little while, but it's going to get attention.
Oh
And
yeah.
we stick together, and we can make it happen.
Mike's fishing home says, I may not be able to catch from the couch, but it holds me tightly until I can get back out there, Lol. You the man though. You fished from the couch.
Yeah, it took because we're in part of Ohio, well, majority of the state, you're only allowed 2 fishing poles, except for Lake Erie and the Ohio River. You're allowed 3 rod limit in Lake Erie and the Ohio River. So I took 2 PVC pipes and put on each end of the couch and put screws in them for my rod holders. And I stuck them right in the rod holders in the PVC pipe and kicked the recliner back and let the fish do the work.
I tell you what, that was something else watching you do that. I just couldn't believe you done it.
Yeah, a lot of people, when they first come in there, well, the thumbnail itself, who says you can't catch a cat or fish from the couch? Well, that get everybody attention. Like, what is this going to be about?
Yeah.
And when they join the stream, like, oh, John's got a couch out there and he's fishing from it.
Yeah, it just hello, Lance McCook guy, Eric B. And I just learned one thing that night. Be careful what you say because John Oiler might prove it wrong. Prove that it can be done from the bank. And 2 things I've learned so far. Do not bet against Jody. And do not say you can't do something from the bank from the house because John Oiler will take it out there and prove you wrong.
Yeah, I got a couple other things that I'm working on that I'm going to be putting out here once the weather breaks.
Yeah, and I can almost bet it's what someone says you can't do from the house.
Just have to have that subscription bell ringed when it comes out. It'll be pretty good. I got a couple of things up my sleeve.
I'm sure I know you do.
Because not the fish don't always bite. Everybody's experienced that time. Fish don't bite. So I'm gonna try to provide more entertainment other than just fishing itself.
Yeah. Like I'm going to start doing some more cooking videos when I get more days off.
Yeah.
Like today was my first day off, and I went out fishing in 20 to 25 mile an hour wind, trying to catch crappie, bluegills, and catfish. I caught 3 cats, 2 to 4 pounds, 2 trout, and 5 bluegills in high wind.
Want to be outdoors. Welcome to the Ball family. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, that was another. Everybody want to know what happened to my hair. All right, here we go.
Was that from the potatoes getting in your hair?
No, that was we were on Carver family stream, Catfish Terry's son, and we were on here in stream, and I said everybody, hey, if we could get 35 thumbs up, I'll let my wife cut my hair on live stream. So we were like at maybe 23, 24 at the time, 25, and we got 35 thumbs up, and I had to hold up my end of the deal, and so she cut my hair. Well, she didn't cut it completely.
Looks like she shaved you.
No, I actually did that myself after the live was over, but she didn't completely cut my hair. She left patch here, patch there, and it was funny looking. But then she took off with the clippers, so here I am stuck without any clippers. I had to go get the clippers back and kind of touch it up, but that was a good live stream that day.
So now we got to watch you with sharp objects as well.
Yeah, like Sharpies.
Sharpies, markers,
Yeah,
razor blades, razors.
that was that was a good life that night. Yeah, it was cold and the fish wasn't biting. Which I did catch one channel cat that was 10.5 pounds that night on skipjack on the head of a skipjack. But
What'd you write
that
on the
night,
head of a skipjack for?
that's what I cut the channel cat on was the head of
Oh,
the
okay. I
yeah.
thought you wrote on the head of the skipjack with a sharpie.
Oh no. But that's what I cut the channel cat on. But
I
yeah,
shouldn't
that
have said that because you'd probably do it.
night. But
So, Alvin Lewis, let's post John Oiler's link and Parker Pursuits, and let's help get Parker Pursuits up to 1K. And if you haven't, please go over to John Oiler's page and give him some watch hours to help him get his 1,200 watch hours that he needs. So, are you going to do more lives around the house, or are you just going to wait until the fishing break?
well, we had a couple of warm days, and of course we had a lot of the snow melt, and we didn't get the rain, but we got the snow melt from the warmer temperatures, and everything's flooded right now. Cornfields, all the ice that was in the rivers on the banks now because the high water shoved it out in the into the banks, and hopefully within the next 3 weeks or so, I'll be able to maybe sooner. But it'll take a couple of weeks for the rivers to recede because they're really blowed up from all the snow melt.
I bet.
And all this it's kind of strange in Ohio. You got the Ohio River watershed, which is about, if I'm not mistaken, is down probably little farther south than halfway across state line or across the middle. And all the water from that line will dump into the Ohio River. And everything north of that line dumps into Lake Erie. So it'll be like Ohio River, then Lake Erie.
Yeah,
The
I got
water north.
something that just sent to me. I want to see what your reaction is going to be to this.
I can only imagine. Oh my, there it is, the haircut. See, that's what she left me. She give me that kind of haircut and left it.
So, what was your thought when she left it like that?
I'm a good sport. It didn't really bother me. But I'm a good sport, and I enjoyed it. It seemed like everybody that was watching enjoyed it, had a good time laughing. It was funny, hilarious.
Oh, it was funny. I just like the facial. I just like the facial expression you have on that one.
Yeah, somebody screenshot that one. I knew they were going to be screenshots.
I knew there was going to be screenshots, but I didn't think it was going to be that one.
There's probably more out there that's flirting around and hasn't surfaced yet.
Oh, I'm sure. But that one was sent to me, so I had to see what your thought was on that one. I think you already know where that came from.
I got a pretty good idea.
I won't tell though. So, what do you have planned now for your channel since you hit 1K? Where do you see your channel going?
I don't know. I never really gave it much thought, with the whole YouTube, how they've been taking, subscribers away and giving back, taking away, changing so much. And until I don't know until I guess they approve the monetization, then we'll see from that point. But I'm not really trying to monetize right away. I still got some watch hours to do.
Yeah, what trying to get you pushed in, getting people over to watch your watch hours to where they can help you get up there.
I'm definitely going to give back to the community because, like I said earlier, if it wasn't from the support in the community, wouldn't be
Well,
where we're at.
let's talk about that a minute. Before you hit 1K, you and your wife have been giving back to the community so graciously and without being asked to. What what got you guys into doing that?
We're caring people, sharing, and we both believe in sharing is caring. And if we watch something we enjoyed or whatever, and everything, no matter what you do in life, it costs money to do anything. And
Oh yeah,
there's nothing for free. And if I
no,
can help somebody out, if they need a fishing pole or they need whatever case may be, a light or a battery, if I can help these people out, then I'm going to. Because
you guys have helped out the catfishing community in almost and everywhere.
yeah, we support a lot of channels. We enjoy watching them because not because with my busy schedule that I got, it's hard for me to get out and go fishing every day,
Right.
and just the way I believe in supporting other people, helping them
Oh yeah.
out. Sharing is caring. I swear by it. And
Yeah, like we both do what we can for the community.
yeah,
If I see a need, I step up and help it without even asking for people to help me do it. I just do it out of my own pocket, out of the kindness of my heart, and
yeah,
I try to help smaller channels grow. And
yeah.
you, you hit 1K and backwoods mindset. He hit 2K. I don't know how the hell he done that one. The last time I seen him, he's at 1.6K. Now he's at 2.6K.
It doesn't take long. It doesn't seem like it's just like it's strange how because before seemed like it took me forever to get to the 500 mark.
Oh
You
yeah,
get up to 450, 460. Now you're back to 430, and it just like up, down. Two, one step forward, two steps back, and I'm like, I, I get to the point where I didn't even want to look at my channel because I would be disgusted. I thought because you have 460, now you're down to 420. I'm like, why are they taking all these subscribers away from me? And finally, I broke the 500 mark, and then it seemed like it took forever to get to 600, but it seemed like the higher it got, it seemed to be
yeah.
easier.
And I'm surprised that you have not made it as got nominated for Golden Whiskers yet.
Um, well, I didn't really try to advertise or anything for anybody to nominate me for it. And I'm just a beginner in the community,
Yeah.
but
Hello, Crystal White. Hello, Gina Ladybug.
I've learned a lot over the past year that I started my journey on YouTube by watching people sit back, listen to what they say, because you know I don't know everything about fishing, and I never will. But like you have, you've been fishing catfishing your whole life, and you know how to catch catfish. And believe me, matter of fact, I was listening to you on one of my live streams about trying to with the bobber float with the bait underneath there on the river there one time. But that's all new fishing to me, and I try to listen to people with experience and
That,
learn
that
from that.
that rig does work really good for night fishing. If you're going for flatheads and blues that's coming out on a feeding frenzy. I use it on the Kaskaskia. I use it sometimes on the Mississippi. and I find it works great if you just can cast it upriver and let it drift down.
Right.
When it gets close to the bank, you just reel it back in and redo it. It's basically like trolling or drifting in a boat. You can let it drift down the river as far as you want by leaving your bail open and just stop it because you
Yeah.
know when you get a fish on that bobber,
Oh, definitely,
it's gonna
definitely.
it's gonna go nuts.
Yeah. And what I like about it, you could set the depth of it,
Uh huh.
and because the catfish may be, let's say, 5 foot off the bottom, feeding in that whatever that zone they call it. I can't remember the term out right now. Or the
I know what you're
oxygen.
talking about though.
They may be suspending in that zone 5, 6 foot off the bottom, and if you could get your bait in that zone where they're feeding at, they're gonna eat it if they're feeding.
Yeah, but now the Patriot James has these new clips out for the new floats that you can use for trolling and drifting. That you can put it on your line and put that clip on. You can set the depth on it before you even cast it out with a good heavy rod, good long rod. Cast it out there, and it's already set the depth you want, and they can just barely float wherever
Right.
you want it, whether it be a current seam or 10, 15 feet off the bottom of the water, off the bottom.
Yeah.
And you can just let it drift down the river the same way you do with the regular float. And I like it. They both work great.
Yeah. And but I do fish a lot on the bottom, and I do lose a lot of lures, hooks, sinkers, swivels, gonna get snagged up.
Yeah.
But if
But
it's that bobber deal, you could get above that stuff and don't
mhm.
lose it as much.
Now, have you ever seen the slider rig that Lance uses?
I seen it the other night on his live stream. He had one up there showing it.
I used it today, and I tell you what, I was using it in a lake with winds up to anywhere from 15 to 20 miles an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and it worked great. It's catching cats
Yeah.
anywhere from 2 to 4 pounds, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah. I discovered a new fishing hole in November, November, October, somewhere around there, up there next to Lake Erie. That I will be doing a lot of channel catfishing out of there this year.
oh, that'd be good. We have Hez in the house, we have Angler of the Ville, and I tell you what, I wasn't using a big rod when I was throwing that thing
Right.
on that slider rig.
Mm-hmm.
That slider wasn't even on the line yet. It was
Oh,
on a pen rival bait caster, and I just launched that thing like there's no tomorrow. And once I got out there, I put the rod down in the rod holder. I made sure I had a tight line, put the hook on that slider and the bait on it, and just let it go down.
yep.
I just watched that bait just disappear in that water as it's going down that line.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I
But that
told him I'm going to
slider,
try
I
that
like
this
that
year.
slider rig. It's more like a fish finder.
Right. Yeah, because the current, once it hits there, the current's going to slide it on down where you want it, where
Right.
you want the stopper at.
It's the same way as the lake, because as it's going down, it's going to be passing all kinds of fish.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And one of those fish is going to get hungry enough to bite it.
Yep. Definitely. I mean, I like the idea of it, and it will work. There's no doubt about it. It will definitely work.
Lance, I would have went live today, but the wind was gusting anywhere from 20 to 25 miles an hour, and it wouldn't have been good for my phone or my tripods. And it wouldn't, it would have been havoc on the sound and everything. So I just had fun. I made the best of it with the winds.
And Mike's fishing home. How late is it? John said he discovered a new hole.
I I discover a lot of new fishing areas when I'm driving because I'm always looking. I'm looking at new lakes, new rivers, new spots. And when I get home, I remember the names of the lakes and rivers I see, and I research them to see what's in it.
Yeah. I do the same thing when I'm out on the road because I travel all over the state of Ohio. If I see a place, I type it in on Google search real fast. So that way it's saved on my phone. And then when the Google pulls it up, you head there and it'll have the website. Then I'll screenshot it. That way
Yeah.
I can get back later and I got it right there, screenshot right on my phone. I'm like, then I'll go research the lake, look at the reviews. I do a lot of reviews on it.
Uh-huh.
Fish Brain is a very helpful tool. A lot of people post pictures of the fish and where they're caught at. And Navionics is another tool you can have that if it's navigational water. And I picked that up from Brian Catfish, and he was telling me about it. And that's how I ended up on Navionics.
Big Skip is saying hello, John Oiler. Hello,
Hey,
Big
Big
Skip.
Skip, how you doing, buddy? You should have your reel. I think one day this week. It's been shipped already.
I just gotta get two new spinning reels. Actually, I got one, but it's not the one I wanted. But I still got to replace another cheap Walmart reel that's starting to break.
Well, I gave one away just like this the other night on a live stream. And that's the thing with me. Like I said, I'm spur of the moment thing, right? So I never announce when I'm giving away anything. It's just like, well, you know what? Let's do a giveaway. And I gave away a Kuma Avenger 6000, and Big Skip won it there the other night on Carver's stream, family stream.
Akuma, where do you find them at?
This one here, I bought it at a place in Sandusky, Ohio called Fin, Feather, and Furs, where I found this one at. But Amazon does have them. I did find them on Amazon.
Does that have a bait clicker on it?
Yep, right here on the back.
I gotta see what they charge for one of them.
You got there. With Prime shipping, and it's got the power crank handle on it too, and it's got the drag adjustment on the
Right.
bottom for the bait clicker. And then
Right.
you have your drag up here for your spool.
Right. Because I got two rods I'm gonna have to get two new reels for.
And they do make this is a 6000 series.
Right.
They do make a 8,000 series, which is about twice as big as this. It takes a big pole.
Oh, I got the poles. I got the trees. The trees to put them on.
So you got the 12 footers.
I got 12s, I got 15s, I got 18s.
Yeah.
So I got the trees.
Yeah, a Kuma Avenger. I can't remember what I paid for this one, but I've actually got it cheaper on Amazon when I ordered it for a Big Skip, but he wanted it. But I think it was with shipping and everything was probably with Prime shipping, which was free, I believe, like 60 some dollars. They had it on sale, marked down. I think the original was like 85 bucks for them.
That ain't bad.
Now you can get
I got an
quality
Akuma
reel.
that be matched up on real good. Because right now I got my Penn Fierce 8000 on the Akuma rod, and that reel is a diehard.
Yeah, Akuma. They do make a Akuma rod for them too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I have a Kuma longitude 15 foot,
Yep.
but like
I don't
everybody,
use.
like everybody tells me what that fishes around me that knows me in this area says I don't cast. I need to file an FCC flight plan before I launch my baits. That's what they tell me, but I don't know. I just cast my baits and
Right.
they just fly.
Yep.
And everybody says I need to file an FCC flight plan with them. I don't know why. I think it's because it goes up so high in the air before it comes down.
Yeah. And it with the big poles, they're good to have if you got plenty of room to work with them.
Yeah,
Because
but
I
if
got
you're on trees, I wouldn't. No,
right, you'd be knocking the top out of the tree.
I'm not. I I put sinkers in the top of those trees.
Yeah, I've done that over here at the river. My hand come off the spool too early, and it pretty much went straight up. And it went straight up right on top of the tree.
I heard that sinker hitting leaves, and I let go of the line too early, and that sinker went straight up,
Yep, yep,
hook
I've
and
done
all. And that sinker came back down after that hook snagged, and I got the
it. Oh
sinker
yeah,
back. I just didn't get the bait and the hook and the swivel back.
yeah, because an eight out hook could cost you what dollar, maybe $1.15,
Yeah,
and your
Jumbo
sinker,
got you eight offset circle hook,
yep, and your
about a buck
sinker,
15, a buck 50.
yep, and then you look at 75 cents for a 5 ounce lead weight or four
Oh
ounce.
no, the lead weight came back down to the pole. Once
Yeah,
I tightened that line back up, that lead came bouncing off the branches and came straight back down.
yeah. I think I would have rather kept the hook.
I couldn't get the hook back. It hooked into a branch.
It was gone.
Oh yeah, it was gone. It wasn't coming back down. Boy, but that sinker when it came back down and bounced off the top of that, came down and bounced right next to the rod. It broke that line and missed my head by about maybe a half inch.
You daggone right. That would have hurt too.
Oh yeah, that's
That
a
lead
10
come
ounce.
flying back at you. I've seen it bass fishing many times. When you set them for bass, man, you're going hard as you can to set that hook because they're not circle hooks. They're
That was a
J
10 ounce
hooks.
pyramid weight.
So you want to give it all you can to get that hook to penetrate that bass's lip.
Oh yeah.
And if you miss, by jerking too late, it'll come out. When you're snagged up and good pulling on it, them weights will come flying back out of the water fast.
Yeah, I was showing someone was out there fishing with me today, and they told me to set the hook. They kept trying to set the hooks on my circle hooks. I'm like, no, leave them alone, and they'll catch themselves.
Yeah,
The 4 pounder got caught by his whisker. The 2 pounder got caught in the corner of the mouth. The 3.5 pounder had the circle hook inside his jaw, with a barb just barely poking through the skin under the jawbone.
yeah.
And he could have spit the last one could have spit it out if he would have rolled right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Them.
he didn't want to give up on that big chunk of shad I had out there.
No,
I had
they
the
like
belly
that,
with the
that's
head
for
all
sure.
attached and hooked through the sinus cavities of the shad, and I just
Yep.
whipped it out there, and he just decided to try to eat the whole fish.
Yeah, my second biggest channel cat I caught was on a carp head, and I wasn't even really trying to fish because I had my grandkids with me and wife and daughter and fiance, her fiance, and we had all the grandkids with us. And I thought, well, at least I'm gonna catch some bait for them and let them enjoy catching bluegill, anyways. So I got her in her little tub of wax worms and and they'd be in a single line, and I'd catch them. They take turn reeling in. Then the next one come up and catch one. They reel it in. Well, meanwhile, I caught a carp earlier in that day, so I cut his head off. And I thought, well, if I'm gonna catch anything, it's going to be big. And this carp head was pretty good size, so I
Yeah.
lost it out there. I thought ain't nothing. I'm thinking to myself, there ain't no fish in here big enough to eat that. And about an hour or so goes by, and I hear a tick, 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 tick of a bait clicker. I'm like, well, the bait's dead. I know it's not swimming around. And then it stopped. Never done anything for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then next time it took off, that drag was the bait clicker was screaming. It was peeling that bait. And I reeled down on that fish and hooked him. And he was a 10, I think 10 2-pound channel. He bit on that big carp head.
You know, that small 2-pound channel, I had that drag system set on that pin rival for a 20 or 30-pound cat to pull the drag. And that 2-pound channel somehow had enough strength to pull that drag and make it scream.
Oh, channel, pound for pound, the channel fight all day long over top of a blue or a.
No, he made that drag scream for about all of 8 seconds.
And most of the time, when I've noticed channel catfishing from the bank, that when you set the hook on the fish, well, when he sets his hook and you reel down on him, first thing he does, he seems like he wants to come straight right at you.
Well,
And
that little
you go
2-pounder,
cranking.
he didn't want to come at me. He wanted to run the opposite way when he felt that hook in his mouth.
Yeah, when they get the hook, yep. But it soon they'll come in, and then it seems like once you catch up with him, then he turns and right straight on out and back out where he come from. Then he starts to drag.
That's why I like having those swivels for the between your sinkers and your hooks, so when they do spin and turn, they're not putting stress on your line. I've learned that one a long time ago. Put a swivel between your sinker and your hook,
Yeah,
because if you don't, it's gonna be bad news for you.
yeah. Nobody wants to break a fish off and lose all the gear, and the fish
Because
running with a
as they
foot of
spin
line
on
hanging
that
out of the
line,
mouth.
all it does is twist that line going all the way up your rod,
Yeah,
and it takes forever for you to get that line to untwist.
yeah. Because it'll wrap around. It'll go all the way on the spool, and then at the end of the eye, it'll keep twisting at the end of the line. You go to crank it, and you're out there twisting that line off of the eye.
Well, Buck Williams, as strong as that wind was today, putting anchors on my tripod would not have worked. There was another one trying to take pictures out on the lake today in that wind, and she had anchors on her legs, and that wasn't doing no good.
Well, I'll tell you a story. What happened? I experienced the same thing you're talking about. I broke a phone. I broke one of my good phone. I broke, so I had to wait till I got me another one, and I was going to get live. And so my wife let me use her phone. She said, "Don't drop it and break it." I'm not, babe. I'm not going to break your phone, your phone. So here I am live streaming. The wind blows it over, tripod and all. Crash down on the concrete. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get killed.
Dead neat.
It cracked the glass. Not real bad, but it cracked the top of it. So,
Well, it cracked it enough to where you knew you did something wrong.
oh yeah, I knew I was never going to get to use that phone ever again.
Oh, yeah, we knew that.
I know my wife's probably still in here. Big shout out to my wife for supporting me and putting up with my crazy butt.
Oh, you know she supports everybody. She supports
Yeah.
you. That's what a good wife does.
So what I decided to do, you remember them 6-foot nylon stringers that you could buy for like 59 cents, yellow, blue, red color? Well, I took that and in the middle of the tripod, I took it and wrapped around and pulled it through the loop. And then I shortened it up where I went into the ground and drove it like a tent stake and put it in there and kind of angled it that way. When the wind blew that one direction, it wouldn't pull it, and it held it in place with I think it was probably 30 mile per hour gusty winds. It held it in place, just tying it up like a tent.
I'm going to try something like that next time on the high winds because that wind was circling and blowing from all directions, and that tripod couldn't stand up.
Right. Yeah, I
I
got
mean,
three different tripods.
South one time, the north the next time, the east one time, and the west. And I'm like, I'm not even going to try putting a tripod up in this stuff.
Yeah, because when you least expect it, it blows over. You try to catch it, it's too late. It's already on the ground.
Yeah, and your tablet and your either your tablet or your phone's going to have a cracked screen from it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I'm not going to risk a expensive phone or an expensive tablet for trying to do a live or a video.
Well, I'll tell you another option you can do. If your tripod's got the three legs that come out at the bottom and fold, not the kind that comes down, but with the three. And you open them up at the bottom and take your sandbag to get you a sock, like a sock you put on your foot. Fill full of sand and throw that sandbag and throw that sock on that stand, and the wind won't blow it over. Then just that sandbag of sock laying on it, or dirt or rocks, or just throw something on that legs. That way it can't blow it over.
I'll try it.
Because everybody's got mismatched socks because of things get old dryers and washers.
I always throw away my mixed match socks. If I have a lost sock, I get rid of it.
Well, I usually keep mine for like cleaning rags for my firearms or WD-40 on fishing poles. But you take one of the socks, put some sand in it, tie a zip tie on it, and it'll weigh 3 or 4 pounds. It'll hold that tripod in place.
Next week, if I get another day off, I'm gonna go fishing again. I'll go live. But right now, with the Mississippi River and the Kaskaskia blowing out the way it is, I'm going to be sticking to some lake fishing where I can catch bluegills and crappies and go back after cats. But today, those cats, all they were eating was shad.
During my next giveaway, I think I'll do Alexa Oiler, Mike says. Mike's missing Alexa. Yeah, Alexa, she's been fired. She's been replaced with Jay.
Yeah. What do you guys come up with your ideas for your gifts for your giveaways?
Really, we don't give it much thought. We'll just like, yeah, let's give away a fishing pole or something, and we'll get on there. And like, you know what? Like I use the Ancient Mariner reels. I'm a big fan of Ancient Mariner reels, and I like giving them Ancient Mariner reels away. One, they're saltwater or freshwater. Two, they're made in the USA, and three, they got a lifetime warranty on them, so you can't really lose.
I didn't even know that they had lifetime warranty on them.
Yep, lifetime warranty. They're made up in New York, and right now there's a guy that I buy them off of. He runs them. He sells them to me for $75. And
that's good.
Yeah, and that's what I brought in my 35-pound blue cat on Ancient Mariner on the Whisker Seeker. No problem at all.
How big is a reel?
It's a 6,000. I got with it right here. Hold on.
Hello, Andy. Hello, Fishing the Dream. Welcome. David Smith.
Here it is, Avid. And it comes in different colors. You can get them red, black, blue, purple, pink.
Oh, so that's a bait caster?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep. Let's see here. You want to solo my screen out? I'll show. See if we can do it a little better here.
Yeah, hold on a minute.
It's an
There you
ancient. This one got a little scratched up, but you can see the Ancient Mariner fish right here in the middle. Got the
Yeah.
fish in the middle. Ancient Mariner. Got the bait clicker on here. Just like the Abu Garcia, the same sign, everything. Got the power crank handle.
That's cool.
And got the spool release here. Yeah, it's a good reel. And I run this one on my Whisker Seeker rod. And I got 50-pound Whisker Seeker line on this too. This is 50-pound mono.
And that's 50-pound mono?
Yep. 50-pound mono right there.
That's that thin line, isn't it?
It's not too bad. I would say it's probably size of maybe a 25-pound big game, about the same diameter as it.
Yeah, that's about the way the 30-pound Whisker Seeker 30-pound line is like. Because I got the 30-pound, and it's almost like a 15-pound diameter.
Yep.
And with a 5-ounce weight, that sinker is gone.
Oh yeah. With this setup here, with this reel in the rod, you can probably, well, if you order online, you just have to pay shipping, but it's a little bit cheaper than I can get it for at the bait shop. But if I want it bad enough, I just go grab it at the bait shop. That way I don't have to wait on the shipping. But you can get this whole setup for about $160 ready, and I think I do add some line to it. That's the reel and rest for $160.
I know my bait shop I know they don't have the Mariner, and I know they don't have the Akuma spinning reel.
Right. And
I wish they did. I'd buy them from there. But it is what it is.
how many people you got in the house here tonight?
We have 19 right now.
19. I tell you what, how many thumbs up we got? I can't see that part.
Thumbs up. We have 40 thumbs up.
40 thumbs up. I tell you what, if we get up to 60 thumbs up, it's only 20 thumbs. 60 thumbs up, I'll do a giveaway, Avid, on your channel of a fish camera.
Okay.
Underwater fish camera. Because I believe in supporting everybody. Everybody's in here watching us, supporting us. Sharing is caring.
Yeah.
So if I had a picture of it, I could show you what it looks like. Let's see here. See if I can pull it up here. I just gave 2 away a couple weeks ago. Dominic Hollis won one, and Has Life won one. Let's see. I got a picture on my phone, but that don't really help out, man. We got to get 60 thumbs up, people. Get the 60 thumbs up for Avid. He appreciates it. I appreciate it. And we'll do a giveaway. You got a picture of it? Yeah. My wife got a
They're
picture.
climb up there now.
Hit that thumbs up, everybody.
Eric B says, please let me win.
Set that up for me, please. Thank you. Here, Avid, I'll hit my solo like that, and I'll show you what it's going to look like.
Give me a second. I was getting the giveaway tool ready. There you go. That is nice.
Yeah, they're really nice. It's got a 5-star review, pretty much.
And you get that off Amazon.
Yep, yep, right off Amazon. It's a $200 camera right there. It is.
Wow. That is cool.
And you can upload it, to the computer. It's like I think it has an SD card and everything in it.
That's a GoPro cam.
Yep.
We're at 40 people. We
Get
need
that
12
thumbs up
more.
for Abbott, everybody. We'll get you a drawing for the Go Fish camera underwater.
12 more, and you'll be able to get into a drawing for the underwater camera.
You know, the funny part of it was the two I gave away. Two I gave away was on Catfish Terry's channel, and the first one Dominic Hollis won, and the second one I couldn't make it easy, right? So I thought, you know what, I'm going to enter my own drawings if I win, and I'll be daggone if Terry didn't spin the wheel and it landed on me. I'm
That
like,
happened on someone else's live.
Yeah, it landed on me. I'm like, what odds that happening? So
Yeah,
I had to redraw it and had ended up winning it.
I seen it on Adam's live. Then I seen it on someone else's live where the person that was giving it away put his name in the drawing and it landed on him. He says, respin it again.
Hey, Brad Caudill.
Hey, Brad.
Long time no see,
Hello,
brother.
Tony.
Just in
If
time
we
for
can get 10 more thumbs up, he'll be
10
giving
more
away
thumbs
that
up. Let's do it,
underwater
everybody. Hit that
camera.
thumbs up. Yeah, matter of fact, I'll go hit it on this one here, too.
So, what would be your most goofiest memory fishing
Oh, good Lord. Fishing?
besides the couch?
Probably, I would have to say probably the Sharpie marathon.
Explain
like
that one if you don't mind.
What is it?
Explain. Go into a little bit more detail on that one.
Yeah, and the ones that have wasn't in there on that live stream that night. It was a 9-hour live stream, and the name of the video was Fishing for Dinks. And so me and Small Town Outdoors decided we're going to go live for Fishing for the Dinks. And I knew I wasn't going to catch anything up here because it's already been cold and the fish done went dormant, seemed like, because of the cold water temperature. But he lived in Alabama, so his fish were still biting down there. And so we decided to title it Fishing for the Dinks. And we end up just got talking on there. And I went down to my pickup truck and I got a marker. So I started drawing on my face. You know, every time I said half it, I would draw on my face. And you know, that was all red, painted my lips and this was with a permanent marker, Sharpie, permanent. It wasn't really water, it was permanent. So I had like lines here and lines across my face and my lips. So later on that night, you know, I was hungry. So I had a pizza. I went to order pizza. So I went to Domino's to get the pizza. So remember, I still got all this stuff on my face.
Yeah.
And to go through Domino's, of course, you couldn't go in the lobby. Had to go drive through. They have a pizza, you know. The guy didn't even recognize it. And Brad Caudill was like, "What's you go ask him for napkins?" And Brian's like, well, don't tell him about it. He'll do it. So turned back around and back to the drive-thru I go. I said, can I have some plates and napkins? And do I have anything on my face, right? He said, nah, man, you look good.
Oh.
So I made a comment. I was like, man, I hope I don't get pulled over because the cops going to be like, man, this guy here, we need to get him out of here, get him in a straitjacket or something because he got Sharpie marker all over his face. When no sooner get out of town and a cop was coming the other way. I didn't know there was a cop at the time. He turned his lights on. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. I'm getting pulled over. I don't know where he was going to, but he lit the lights up about no sooner I was thinking that. I was like, yeah, here we go. We're going to jail.
Yeah, we need 8 more people. 8 more thumbs up.
So we get back to the house, and right here where I'm sitting at, we're trying to, it's like, well, let's go ahead and get the sharpie off my face. I think I've tried Lysol wipes, some other stuff. I can't remember exactly what I tried. Peanut butter, I believe we tried peanut butter. Well, my wife kind of set me up on that one. She's notorious for setting me up on stuff.
How long did it take to get that permanent marker off your skin?
It didn't take really that long. I ended up getting rubbing alcohol, and it actually worked better than anything. I scrubbed it pretty good. Lysol wipes, it worked, but rubbing alcohol took it right off.
Did you
off
do
the
it, or
lip.
did your wife do it to you? Did take it off?
I did it. I did it right here where we're talking. I did it right here on solo. and all that was live stream, every bit of it. Yeah, I think I held like almost 100 people in there for 9 hours that night.
Yeah, watching you take that off.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a great live, great support, and people enjoyed it.
I'm sure it was. But
yeah,
your skin was burning afterwards.
No, I was actually surprised that it didn't really. They have no side effects from the chemicals or anything I put on there.
So how did you get set up with the peanut butter?
Well, the peanut butter, it didn't work. She come in here behind the scenes like, yeah, I just read online Google that your peanut butter takes it off. So you know what? I'm going to try it. So I got the jar of peanut butter, like put it on. It looked like I was doing a facial because I had it around my eyeballs.
Boy, she goaded you into that one.
It was all good though. What they say, happy wife, happy life works. But yeah, that was probably
7 more thumbs up.
How many more we need?
7.
7 more.
And we have 24 in chat.
Hit that thumbs up. Share it out. Get some more people to hit that thumbs up.
Eric says it's 53 now.
53. We're getting there. We can do it.
We can do it. As soon as you hit 60, John Oil is going to be giving away an underwater camera. So, what other practical jokes has your wife talked you into doing?
Yeah, I think a lot of people that was in here that night was watching it. Yeah, David, you look fine. Yeah, David, he was in there at night. There was a lot of them in here at night. We had a blast. It was definitely a good show.
Oh, Brad says it looked like John fell into a mud pie.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. And, with me being the one being on the camera, really, I don't see the same perspective view as you guys do. So right. I go back and watch it. I go back and watch it later. I go back and watch myself. And I laugh the whole time at myself just watching it. And, because you can't read all the comments sometimes because the comments move so fast, but you can go back, watch yourself, read through the comments and everything.
George Ray says John Oilers is as mad as a box of frogs. How true is that statement?
I don't know. I've never had a box of frogs, so I guess I got to get a box of frogs and find out.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if you don't see a box of frogs now, George.
We need 6 more, according to Big Skip.
I like to do a frog catching video, what I would like to do. I'm not for sure if I should maybe not get my phone close to the water during that.
Personally, I'd have your wife behind you with the phone,
Yeah,
watching you try to hand catch frogs so you don't drop the phone trying to catch a frog.
right. If I can figure out a way to, and I've been thinking about this. If I can figure out a way to mount the phone on my chest and secure it,
We need one
and
more.
I would do it. Another thing I like to try is noodle a catfish. I've never done it. I've seen people do it, and
Noodling for catfish,
yeah,
I've done it when I was younger, and I see a lot of people make one mistake when they get in that water. They think it's fun and games.
no, that you're in their home there.
Right, and I tell them when you get in that water, expect to get bit.
Oh yeah, because you don't know if it's going to be a catfish, a muskrat, a snapping turtle,
Right,
or
that's
God
why.
knows who else, what else lives in the water that we don't know about.
That's why when we check, a lot of us that do have done this before. We had a 4 foot stick, but we never put a hook on it or anything, just in
Right,
case there's a snapping turtle in there. They can snap on that stick and you can pull them out and get them out of there. Same way
right,
with the muskrat or something else with teeth that you don't want.
right. Could be sticking your hand up in a beaver hut or
Right.
a
You get
or
the
an
beavers
otter
and
hut.
muskrats out of there and you find the catfish, and you can tell when a catfish, you find a catfish because he'll head slap that stick real hard and he'll go back in that hole.
Yeah,
So you bring a stick out and let it float up, and you go down and stick your hand all the way in that mouth. Put your hand right to the side of the gill plate between the gills and the hard plate, and hold on to the hard plate and let him try
yeah.
to bite down, and he ain't gonna bite down. But
No.
if you stick your hand right on the front jaw, uh
That's
uh,
what an underwater camera would be good use for us. Put it
it
on a
would
stick
be.
and shove down in there, but you have to be able to view it from your phone, see what's in the hole.
We are now at 61 thumbs up.
All right. 60 thumbs up. Sweet. I don't, do you got it at the wheel or do you have the StreamYard draw where they
The
enter?
giveaway tool.
Yeah, was that the where they can put a hashtag or something in?
Yep, already
Yeah.
got it set up.
Yeah, I think that seems to be the best. That way
It's
you
fair
don't.
and it's. I like it that way because it's fair. There's what you put in comments, everybody.
Good luck, everybody. This is for another underwater camera, and I've already gave two away previous a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, everybody. If you're not subscribed to John Oiley, please go over there and subscribe to him. Give him, hit the subscription, the bell notification. Watch his video. Give him a heart and a heartfelt comment. And please, let's go over there and help him get his 1,200 watch hours to where he can get monetized. And if you haven't went over to Creole's channel, please go over there and help him with his watch hours as well. And we have John Parker that is pushing 1K. If we can get his link in chat and help him get up there and growing.
Jerry Parker, you mean?
Huh?
Jerry Parker, Parker Pursuits.
Yeah, Jerry Parker or Parker Pursuits.
Okay. Alvin Lewis, welcome, buddy. Melissa, Cropper Day Fish on. Never seen you before, but hey, welcome.
Crappy Day Fish on. Is it?
Tony Harrison.
Hello, Rachel Limbry. How are you doing?
Not on Earth.
That's a new name.
Fake Fishing Adventures. Welcome. See some new people in here that I don't recognize.
Rachel Limbry, if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and please go over and check out John Oilers and subscribe to him and the bell notification and watch one of his videos, please.
I think you gotta leave a comment pertaining to the video.
Yes, it has to be a comment pertaining to the video.
Yeah, because
I also tell them make it a heartfelt comment. But
yeah,
be respectful in the comments. Do not be mean or derogatory or anything else like that.
No, we keep it fun, friendly, and family. Positivity. That's the way we do it over here.
Yeah, keep it family friendly because any derogatory remarks, no.
Nope.
Because we have kids that watch these lives and we want to keep it friendly for them and encouragement and help them get into the catfishing community.
That's right, because the kids that's watching us, they're the next generation. If we don't show them how to do it, teach them the right way, then who's going to do it?
Exactly.
You know, we're not going to be here forever, so we got to get with them, teach them, so they carry on the tradition.
Yep. And that's why I try to keep my channel as clean as I possibly can with foul language, but I do slip from time to time.
Yeah, it happens. I mean,
it happens, but
like I said, nobody's perfect. I mean, it does happen.
But there's no drama in this place. There's no politics in here. It's all straight catfishing.
Yeah.
Hello, Chester White. Welcome.
Looks like got 26 entries, maybe.
Let me look real quick.
Miss Becca in here. Big shout out to Miss Becca.
Entries already in here.
Big shout out to Miss Becca.
Miss Becca, hello.
Sending some of her supporters over and getting me up there to the point where I'm at.
So if you're new in here, please subscribe to my channel and to John Oilers. So
share your caring. And I have noticed, Avid, that YouTube is picking up on keywords like hook set. They're starting to pick up on the keywords now. Like, you know, we used to say, well, I subscribe to your channel. Well, now they're picking up on hook sets, what I've heard.
Yeah, we're going to have to go join the family then or something like that. Become a family member. So you say when you want me to push the button and I'll push it.
I think everybody's ready to see if they're going to win. Good luck to everybody, and go ahead, Avid.
There we go.
It's kind of fun to wait to just see who's going to win.
Oh,
no real off bets. Nice. Congratulations, Beck.
No real off on that one. Congratulations.
Bex, I don't think I have your information. I don't believe. My wife's got a Facebook account that we share. You can contact her through Facebook, or she'll drop my email. You can contact me through email.
Congratulations, Bex.
Just need your mailing information, where you want it shipped to, and we'll get it out to you. Congratulations again.
I bet you she just came up off her chair on that one. Do her little happy dance for that one.
Happy, happy, happy.
Oh, I'm sure she got really happy over that.
There's my email, Bex. If you want to email me your information, when you got it in there, we're going to remove it from the stream.
Bex, you're an amazing person.
Hat's like, John, you can just send it to me. I'll give it to Bex after I break it in.
It's
Right now, Brad, the Little Glaze is exploded from all the all the snow that we had up here. The Maumee and the Glaze is all flowed out of banks, ice everywhere.
well, I kind of figured most of the lakes and rivers around here in Ohio as well is going to be blowing out because everything from the north is coming south, and it's going to blow up all the rivers and everything tributaries around with all the with all that flooding coming over the dam. So we're going to have
Right.
all the floodgates open going down the rivers to keep the dams from being washed out.
Yeah. Well,
So
they,
it's
I know Ohio DNR, there's a river, one of another tributaries into Lake Erie, which there's several of them along the northern part up here, but they've actually started removing some of the dams in there for the walleye to migrate farther up into the river system. Because before, like I said, they can only come so far, then they hit that brick wall. Basically, they're not going to go no farther. So
yeah,
now they're taking the dam out there where they can go travel more up into the river system.
because the Mississippi right now looks like a mud pie river
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine
with
they're flooding
debris and trash
already.
going down that river right now.
You
It's not
imagine
good
operating
to
a
be on
barge
the
in
beach,
that river.
huh?
I couldn't even imagine operating a barge in that river.
They do it.
Yeah, they do.
They run barges year round in floods, whether
Yeah,
it's high, low, medium, high,
they
heavy floods or not. They run it. And I tell you what, those locking dams, I don't know how they keep that junk out of the doors from getting uh, wedged in there and all that stuff. But it's
Brad
crazy.
says he's charging his camera up right now because he won one of the cameras a couple of weeks ago. He might use it tomorrow depending on the water clarity.
Where did he win? Did he win one off you 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, we were on Catfish Terry. I think it was Catfish Terry Live, if I'm not mistaken. I gave away two of them on it. Dominic Hollis won one, and then had one the other one. But well, was it Ernie's? I'm not. It was somebody's channel. I was on somebody's live. I can't remember. Maybe it was Ernie's. I don't know. Like I said earlier, my memory's getting weaker the older I get.
Bex Bex won the camera, and now everybody's asking Bex to pick the lottery numbers for him.
Ernie and Chrissy's raid. All right, that's what it was. Then I knew it was something. I just can't remember anymore.
Bex, I hope you enjoy that camera and you get a lot of use out of it. And I hope you get to see a lot of catfish biting the bait as well. I know that underwater camera it
Yeah,
came really popular in the catfish community when who was that in DC that used it?
Mark, Mark,
Mark.
Mark, Mark, Fishing Magician
Yeah, fishing
2.0.
magician. He was using it and showing the cats coming up and eating the baits.
Yeah. Well,
That
he's
was
using
nice.
it out in Arizona right now. He was showing, he was catching the eel out there, and it showed it on the camera footage. Pretty cool out in
Wow.
Arizona.
Yeah, but he's in the military right now, so he gets shipped out wherever they go. So he gets to see the world on the Uncle Sam's dime, which is
I think
cool.
it moves permanent. I believe out there it's permanent now. I think.
Yeah. Oh, permanent.
I believe it is. I'm
Okay.
not. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it was permanent. I could be wrong.
Now next Sunday night, I'm going to have Catfish Pirates, uh, Patriot James, Chuck Watkins, and we're going to have a few veterans on as guests with uh, Catfish Pirates. It's for a tournament that the Catfish Pirates is going to be holding for the veterans. So that's going to be another awesome show.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
And it's just I like supporting certain people's with their uh, tournaments, especially when it's going for the veterans or someone a good charity donation like that.
Yep.
But if it ain't a good charity donation that I can research and find out more about, I won't do it.
Right. Yeah.
But every year I help Catfish Pirates out with a veterans tournament, get them on here and get them shared out, and
Yeah.
because they have a Facebook page and they're too busy to really try to post videos up on YouTube. But
Yeah.
it's good to get them out there.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, definitely.
Now, have you served?
Have I served? I'm glad you mentioned that because I've I've got planned on having my boat around May when I like to have my boat. April and May, I like to have my boat. And I will probably be doing something crazy on the boat.
I already knew that was coming. Hey, if you're going to be crazy enough to try to put a couch on a fishing bank, I'm surprised you have not put skis on that couch and tried to go downhill with it. Oh shit! Pardon my language. I shouldn't even give you that idea.
Yeah, then
Sorry,
I've got a
Kim.
couple of things in mind this springtime. Got to get my boat, get used to it. Got to get me a good driver for it. Got to teach my wife how to drive the boat.
Sorry, Kimberly. I shouldn't have given that idea about putting skis on a couch.
And if we get another snow, because it's all melting from today and yesterday, but if we get another snow, I will be getting that kayak out there.
Oh, good. You said kayak. You didn't say couch.
John, I'll get a unicorn float and pull you behind the boat. I like the way you think, Brad.
Oh, that'd be wicked. I'm sure he would do it. A unicorn float
Oh,
behind a boat.
well, back in my younger days, when I lived down in Southern Ohio, I lived right on the Ohio River back then. Well, I lived on Ohio River probably 30 years of my life, and before I moved up to Northern Ohio, and we had boats back then. We fished the Ohio River for bass, crappie, or whatever would bite, sauger, but then we'd always ski on the high river or put a tube behind the boat. And I was actually a pretty good skier, and I probably might have to try it again with a set of skis. See if I
Big,
still got it.
big skip. You missed it, but I want to have Brad answer that again for you. Brad, John, Big Skip is asking, did you shave your head?
Oh, big skip, man. That's what Carver Jr. and my wife and Ernie and Chris Davis, they got me. Well, not too bad. My
Well,
wife got me more than anything.
yeah,
There it is. Put the shades on.
if you guys want to see the latest and funniest prank pulled on John Euler, go over to Kimberly Euler's channel and watch the prank she got on John. But please do not be drinking anything when you watch it.
George,
You leave the choke on it, or you're gonna spew it all over the place.
right? That got that's funny. George says something about a rubber rig, but I just gotta the weather's gotta warm up. But you're gonna see some stuff that's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna be like, "What is this?" I mean, you're not gonna want to miss it.
George, I wouldn't trust him with skis to put on a couch because he might take that couch downhill. You never know what he's going to do with a couch.
Brad just said he shaved his head tonight and face. I could get rid of my goatee. I had to keep my goatee.
Well, Solo Texan says, Big Skip, you missed it. He's trying to audition for the role of Chunky on the Goonies.
Goonies?
Oh, it's not on Kimberly's channel. It's on John Oiler's channel. The last prank. Brad says, I just shaved my head tonight and face, work in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, Troy, I was just thinking about making, buddy. It's getting pretty busy up here. Well, it always does this time of year, with everything starts to unthaw, construction picks up, and some of these jobs have been lined up for over a year.
David Smith, do not be giving him ideas like that. He says, I got a better one. Get a tractor tire inner tube, mount a recliner to it, and get pulled behind a boat.
I got two inner tubes that I've got this year for sleigh riding. Two inner tubes. I still got them both too.
Yeah, but you need 4 inner tubes for a recliner.
Well, you might see the inner tube strapped to the bottom of the kayak too.
Oh, crap. Oh.
I got a 12-foot kayak and strap both inner tubes to it with a
12-foot kayak, 4 inner tubes. See ya.
Yeah, I had a pretty good audience up there that day. I'm doing that. They were excited watching it. Bunch of kids up there watching. One 3-year-old boy up there. He was a champ, man, going down that hill. He went down there before I did, and then I went down, and we come back up together. He's like, "Can I hold your hand, walk up that hill?" I said, "Sure." So he was just a 3-year-old boy, man. He was a champ. He loved to sleigh ride up that hill, up, down, up, down, up, down. But he was definitely a good sport.
Beck says, Kimberly, you may need to wrap John and bubble wrap this year. I may have a tendency to agree with that one.
It's straight jacket.
Bubble wrap is a straight jacket.
I'm probably going to start wearing a football helmet doing all this stuff.
Yeah. Especially Bob's riding the energy behind a 4-wheel and running into trees.
John plans are doing maintenance here, going to get busy from here on out. Yep, it's starting to pick up here for the trucking industry, Brad.
So,
especially the construction side of it. All the equipment being delivered and supplies, the crane mats, the counterweights, all that stuff is starting to be moving.
What was the craziest stunt you've done so far?
Ooh, the craziest stunt. I don't know. I don't think I've really done anything really crazy stunt wise that I can think of. Probably one of my trapping seasons. Maybe if I take a kitty cat out of a trap. That was probably the craziest thing I've ever experienced. But as far as any stunts, I don't think I've done anything real crazy. I mean, I jumped off of a rope swing out in the Potomac River, but we didn't do it on video. Well, the tree ropes you got hanging out of a tree.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well.
The tree ropes that's hanging out over the water.
Yeah, I jumped off one of them out in the Potomac River when I was out there.
Yeah, I like the Oilers too. The Oilers too, George. John is just
Hey, B, it's past
more
your bedtime.
wilder than I am.
You probably wearing a hat.
Beck says, John, you did not jump out of the water in the Potomac. I bet you he did.
What's that?
Bex is like, John, you didn't.
What, jump on rope and string in the Potomac?
Uh huh.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, Brian B.
Had witnessed it. DMV witnessed it. Yeah, I jumped right out there. Right on that rope and right on out of the Potomac.
What gave me the inclination to do something like that?
Well, when I was growing up as a kid, we didn't have swimming pools or anything. And, if you wanted to go cool down, you went to the local creek. And that's where all the local kids went. They went to the creek and you jumped in the creek. Well, of course, at the creek, you've got these pieces of wood going up the tree and the rope hanging up there. You get on it and take a run. And that's what I did when I was a kid. I used to ride my motorcycle over there to the creek and went over and hang out all day long with everybody else from school, whatever.
Bex is asking, do you glow in the dark? Yeah, send it to me, Brian. Send that picture to me. I'd gladly like to see that one. I'd share it out.
No, I'm not glowing in the dark, but I tell you what I did witness. And when I was at the Potomac, and this is no joke. When we get out there, I hook up with Has on a Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Hook up with him on a Thursday evening, 4 o'clock or so. And we go to the fishing spot. We get there, and this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I thought I was really crazy, but Has he was determined. Let's put it that way. But there was this tree. This tree was, I know, 200 foot tall. Big old tree, big tree, and it still had the big roots to it and everything, were rooted out of the ground. Well, that tree would land right in the fishing path where you couldn't bring a catfish in because the tree was there. So we had to get the tree out of the way. So we started out in the water, and I'm not a bobber. Let's per se that way. You got a bobber and a sinker. Well, I'm the sinker. So we get out there, and he starts swimming out there like a beaver, like a beaver out of this tree. And I get to the end of it, and it just like drops off. Like I'm like, okay, I'm coming back here where I can touch the ground because I couldn't touch. I'm like a dog trying to paddle, a cat that fell in a water hole trying to get out. That's me. So I get on a rock and I do help him with a stick, and he's up there trying to guide it out there like a seal, like a seal from Alaska or something. He's just out there guiding it, and I got this big old stick. We're pushing that tree out there to get it out in the river, and the current takes it all down. And come back and said, we should have videoed it because it was just something you never seen. Only me and him seen it.
Here's another version of the screenshot from earlier. But this one, I think, is a little bit more perfect.
I see Brian said he had you something. So I know he was screen shooting stuff that day.
What do you think of that one?
Looks like if I could fly, I'd be gone.
Oh, yeah, you got those little strips right above the ears.
Yeah, I got the wings, man. We're like, yeah, she told me, she's like, cover your eyes. Don't look, because I'm looking at the camera, right? So I can see everything she's doing if I'm looking at the camera. So I'm covering my eyes, and she's like, okay, we're done. And I go like this. And that's how I'm like, oh God.
Yeah, Melissa, that's the day John
so,
lost his hair.
so I had to doctor my hair up and give myself a new haircut. So that's what we look like. I thought, well, we're already this far. Might as well go ahead and cut the beard down, get a goatee, and ready for springtime and ready to catch some fish. I am ready.
Hey, I'm sure you're more deserving of catching a lot of big fish this year.
Oh, it's on this year, Evan. Last year, I've learned a lot of the basics, learned a lot of baits, techniques, and met a lot of nice people. And this year here, it's time to catch some fish. I'm going to bank them this year, and I'm going to be fishing probably. Well, I won't reveal my spot yet till closer to your tournament where I'll be fishing from. But I
Yeah.
already got it lined out.
What tournaments do you plan on getting in this year?
Well, my first one is yours. I think I'm scheduled on the 10th, I believe. I'm not 100% sure.
Now, on the Catfish Channel Cat tournament, who would
Yeah.
you who would you think would be more of a contender for you?
Well, it depends on who's in it. I'm not for sure on a channel cat. Rustic, Rustic, and Danny. I think Rustic more over in that direction there. What I've seen.
Well, you
Um,
have Danny Stone, you have Alicia, you have Sharina, you have Brad, you have I think a total of 16 other contestants in 2 days.
as
And
far
you
as
have Don R, you have
yeah,
Lance.
I think there's going to Lance. I think Lance is going to catch some bigger fish. I don't think he's going to catch the numbers. Because from where he's at, it's just cold up there still, and that early in the year.
Yeah.
I think he'll catch some
But
bigger fish, but I don't.
he says in May he's gonna go up to Mendota to where he can catch the big channel cats and the
Yeah,
numbers of channel cats.
and and I think it's gonna be maybe somebody from the Mississippi fishing the Mississippi. I think, but
So you think it'd either be Danny or Steve Adams?
I think Danny would probably be more. I've seen that man fishing all day long in turns for soaking wet. And
According to Brian B, Brad saying Brian saying Brad is going to be your issue, John. Better be ready for him because Brad does have some.
me and Brad, me and Brad,
Huh?
we live pretty close together. He lives south of me. Probably I know just a little over an hour south of me where Brad lives.
Okay.
Yeah, we live pretty close, and we probably fished the same bodies of water at one time. Didn't even know each other and fished the same bodies of water.
Oh, smack talk begun already. Lance says, "Ain't no Mississippi River rat gonna win the Channel Cat tournament."
No, I don't think they're going to win. I think they might put up a challenge, but I don't think they're going to win. I think it's
Hey,
going to
they
be
can put up a hell of a fight.
yeah. If everything goes out as planned, things could change. But I think they're going to have issues with high water back in the springtime up there in Mississippi. I don't think.
Ricky, I know they came in here when they said giveaway, but I know the person that won this has been in here since the beginning. So that's all that matters.
Oh, he just said he wanted where everybody went when the
Yeah.
giveaways over. They left.
Uh huh. he Is every time you say giveaway or hit a goal that people come in or come out of the back from working?
Yeah, and I never, I never announce it until I decide to do it because you do have some people that's been in there the whole stream, and then you get some people just pop in, but that's the
Yeah,
name of the game, I guess.
I
But I
I don't
never announce it.
I'm like you. I don't announce giveaways anymore. I just do them in chats and live streams like this, like spur of the moment.
Yeah, but that's how I do, and I do everything spur of the moment. You know, I might deliver my load in the morning, come back, and decide, you know what? I might go fishing tomorrow. I doubt it because the water's out in the cornfields, but hey, then maybe there's something out in the cornfield I can
Oh,
fish.
hey, Hogleg says don't put South Georgia down, John Wheeler.
Oh, Georgia, oh, Hog Leg, you ain't got a chance, buddy. I've seen you fishing before.
Well, I'm not doing a channel cat tournament, but I can put a herding on channel cats out of 2 lakes.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing it. I'm doing it for people that was on for you guys to where you guys can get your numbers up and everything.
Well, see, that's what I did last year. I sponsored that tournament from the bank to your bank account, and I didn't get involved in it, but I made it for everybody got a chance at it.
Yeah, I'd
But
love to get into
here,
that, but with my work schedule, I couldn't do it. So there's a lot of things I'd like to get into on YouTube, but my work schedule wouldn't allow it.
yeah,
So I'm just biding my time.
yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot of fish getting some lips ripped off of me this year. It's on.
You gonna rip the lips off a fish? They have to eat.
They don't need their lips to eat. They largely still got their mouth. They got their whiskers, to find the food, and they can just suck it
Well,
in.
if you rip the lips off a fish, they're not gonna be able to suck the bait in or the food in. They ain't gonna have no jaw.
Yeah, I can imagine trying to rip a lip off a catfish. They're tough, anyways.
Oh, the only thing you're gonna do is if you try to rip that lip off a
They
fish
break
that
it.
or they hit the K hook in the corner of the mouth,
Yeah.
he's just gonna bury it in there harder for you to get it out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, and then you're not going to rip them off. They'll break. You'll break a lip bone, jawbone, or anything before that
Oh
will
yeah,
happen.
you ain't gonna break no jawbone.
No, no. And catfish when they're spawning, they beat themselves up when they're spawning.
Oh
Some of these
yeah,
fish you see,
tear the bodies up making those nests.
yeah. I mean, they're a brutal on themselves.
Uh-huh. They're worse than a sucker because they're brutal. They're just annihilate whatever they can to get that nest cleared out.
Yeah.
And then in a nesting box, I've seen catfish rub the tops of that nesting box while they're using a tail to make a divot
Right, for the
and
eggs to lay
rub the
in.
top of their head so raw that it goes right through the skin into the meat.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's
mean,
just
do
we're gonna be
you reckon the catfish fight each other over spawning grounds? You reckon they
uh-huh.
fight each other?
Yeah, they always do. They do that. If
I
they
just
get a
wonder.
couple of them that want the same box or nest up, the males will fight.
Yeah, I just was wondering if they fight each other.
Don R says, John, I'm going to beat you with what your new poll you sent me.
Well, good luck, Don. I know you're up there at the hatchery. Hatcheries don't count.
Boy, everybody's coming after you.
Bring it.
Hey, and they're going to use the prices they won from you.
Yeah, bring it. I'm ready. Let's go, April.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
gonna be. You're gonna be. And my goal. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I did set out on a mission for 2022. Is try to beat the state record in Ohio on the biggest channel cat. That was my goal in 2022. So once I get my boat, I'm gonna be on the hunt for the big channel cats. That's
how
my
far do you
goal.
away from, how far do you have to travel to catch a big blue or a flathead?
The flatheads, there's some big flatheads in northern Ohio in the Maumee River. Brad, you're not listening to this.
Okay.
I got to cut Brad out of this one. But there's a big flathead up there, Palm Reach, in the not big, big. I mean, I caught two last year on bullheads, 119, 113. But I've seen pictures of 40s and 50s that come out of this river. But I was learning stuff last year. Didn't know much about the river, where to fish. A new spot, and so you gotta learn it because I've always been bass fishing. If you want to say let's get bass fishing, we'll say let's go. I got you. But catfishing, I had to learn the water. Where can I fish at? Where's private property? Where's public?
Yeah.
How many snags in here? How
Bass
deep
fishing,
is
you
it?
just bass fishing, you just go down the river bank and keep casting.
Right.
But
Yep.
catfishing, you have to learn different aspects and techniques of what to look for on that lake, both through electronics and on the water, because the water will show you where you can drop baits and where's good holes and stuff like that for
Ain't
cats.
that damn? Yeah. And also channel cats. They got to be some of the pickiest fish I've ever seen from what I experienced. Because I could fish in this river a mile from my house with chicken liver. I go up there, fish all day chicken liver, and catch channels, 4.5, 5 pound all day long. I'll take it to another river, which this river dumps into the big one, and they won't even touch a chicken liver. But you throw a piece of shrimp or a piece of chicken breast, they're all over it. But what I come to conclude on this, that in the bigger rivers got more of a rocky bottom, and they got like thousands and thousands of like clams or mussels. About that big.
Yeah.
And I think the fish that is one of the primary food is the mussels or clams, whatever the meaty part.
Oh yeah.
When you throw a piece of chicken breast out there, it kind of resembles the mussel, and I think that's why they hit the chicken breast more than they do the chicken liver.
Oh yeah. They love the mussels.
Yeah, yeah, and there's thousands. When the river goes down, and you can walk across it in spots, and you'll see nothing but empty mussel shells where they've been eaten, busted open, or whatever.
Oh yeah. You see either empty mussel shells or mussel shells that's open with
Yeah.
sharp edges that'll cut your feet open.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, they are definitely sharp. And the mussels up here in Ohio, they're protected anyway, so you can't do anything with them. But
Yeah,
the
they're not
seagulls,
edible.
when the water comes down and the mussels get stuck in 2 inches of water, well,
Right.
seagulls come in from the lake. The big seagulls that come in off the lake, or the bald eagles, they'll come in off the lake, and they'll go out there and they'll feast and they'll peck these seagulls. They'll peck their shell of them until they get them open and eat the middle out of them to bust
Yeah.
the shell open. Pretty clever watching them do it.
I know you probably have to get up and go to work in the morning.
Yeah, I get there when I get there. There's no. I get done with that, and I got to put my truck in the shop for tomorrow afternoon. Get my truck, get some work done on my semi, and I'm I'm early. I got about 60, about 80-mile drive from here to deliver, then come back down. It's a short day tomorrow.
So, what would be your advice for someone that's just getting out to start fishing,
For catfish,
catfishing?
do you research? Do you research on the waters? I mean, there's all kinds of stuff out there you can research. I mean, people always fish brain, um, and talking to the locals. Sometimes the locals will help you out, and go back and watch people and ask questions. YouTube is one thing you can learn a lot off of, but you got to do your homework. And like I said, it took me all year last year to really learn the catfish and set up the gear. But you got to do your homework and listen to people that tell you, that's done it. I mean, every body water is different all across the United States, wherever. Every body water is different. Ain't no two bodied water the same. But you got to find out what your fish like to eat. When do they feed the most? How much fishing pressure is another thing. Do they get a lot of fishing pressure from bank anglers or boats? How much bait fish is in there? What type of bait fish? Do you have gizzard shad? Do you have skipjack? Or do you got bullhead minnows? Crawdads. Crawdads, for example. A lot of people forget about crawdads. A lot of these rocky bottom rivers loaded with crawdads. You don't see them. They're crawdads through the daytime, but I actually got me a crawdad trap. But But what you do, you go out there at nighttime, don't use a bright light. Use a red light, color light, because the brightness of the light will scare them underneath the rocks and you can't catch them. But the crawdads will come out and they'll chase these little minnows with their little grippers. And they're right there on the bank pretty much. They're chasing minnows. The crawdads are feeding on the minnows. And it's pretty wild to watch them. They'll be catching them crawdads and fighting over them. And then you can just reach down with a red lens light or some other type of light, amber, that's not blinding to them, and you can just reach down there and grab them. And then if you're afraid of the pinchers, get a little dip net, like for minnows, little dip net, scoop them, because the crawdad will swim backwards. He'll swim backwards.
Yeah, put the net behind them and
put
your hand in front. They swim right into the net.
And crawdads is a natural bait to them. You can put that crawdad on there, throw out there, and 9 times out of 10, if the catfish is near it, he's going to eat it. Because the reason I know that they'll eat it, because I did catch a few to cook last year, and I wanted to see what the fish was eating in my body of water. So I did, cut him open, looked at his intestines, found out what he was eating. And that's how I learned about the crawdads, because that's one of my fishing holes.
Thank you, Jay Fox. Jay Fox says, good show, Abbott and John Oiler.
Thank you, Jay Fox. Appreciate you coming in here, buddy.
What would be your final thoughts tonight?
I would have to say tight lines, treat people how you want to be treated, sharing is caring. That's what
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring. Be yourself, be positive, be happy.
Yeah. The biggest thing, treat everybody like you want to be treated. Catfish Terry swears by it, and I've always heard that from when I grew up. Respect, respect, respect. Treat people how you want to be treated, and you'll get the same in return. And it's never led me wrong my whole life. And I'm knocking on 50 years old already.
It hasn't led me wrong. Be kind, courteous, and nice to other people, and it'll come back to you.
Yep. And if you have a question, don't be afraid to ask somebody. And because they always say the dumbest question is not the one it's the one that's not asked.
Right.
You got a question.
The question is the one that's not asked.
Exactly. You got a question, you don't know, you're not for sure about something, ask. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's all kinds of people out here that will be glad to help you. And like I said, I'm not a professional angler. I'm amateur, and I I just if I still to this day I don't know anything, I'm going to ask whether it be something simple as tying a hook or tying a swivel or making a leader. If I don't know, I'm going to ask because I want to do it right.
Good night, Melissa.
Good night, Melissa. Appreciate it.
So we basically see eye to eye on a lot of things for the catfish community.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
But I I have always supported and always will support the people on the front line, whether the nurses, firefighters, ambulance, EMTs, uh, the police, Coast Guard, military, and that sorts of people because they put their line on the lives for us to be free and to keep us safe.
Yeah, I've been. I do got a law enforcement background. I mean, before I started driving truck, I don't tell many people that, but I was in law enforcement over 10 years, and
That's a rough
I've seen a
job.
lot. I've seen a lot over the years. I worked in
That's a,
corrections for over 7 years, so I've seen the inside as I've worked the inside, and I've worked outside on the road. So I've seen a lot over the years, and I've learned a lot. And everything in this world revolves around respect.
yeah, it's
Respect.
always respect,
Yep.
respect and kindness. Because one don't come without the other.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you
So.
agree?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep.
Respect
That
and
is for
kindness.
sure.
You get more with honey than you will with vinegar.
Yep. Yep.
So,
And we got a good catfish community. We
oh,
really do.
we got an amazing catfish community.
Yep. And like I said earlier, it's not recognized because it's not like the bass fishermen. I think Don R was talking about this one night. Him and Steve Adams, I believe it was, and it's not recognized in the Bass Pro and stuff because it's all about the money on that. But the catfishing thing, I believe it will come about because I've seen it. Well, myself, I used to be a bass fisherman. I don't bass fish anymore. I catfish, and I've heard several different anglers on YouTube that used to bass fish and they catfish now. So it's starting to reverse around, and I think you're going to see a lot more stuff on the catfishing come about in a couple of
Oh
years.
yeah, the way this catfishing community is growing, it's gonna it's gonna grow leaps and bounds. And within the next 10, 15 years, I can see this almost overtaking YouTube.
Yep, and it's grown every day. It's grown. I mean,
Every day we're getting anywhere from 5 to 15 to 25 people in here.
yep, yep. And I just, hopefully they got questions, ask. I
Yeah.
mean, that's how you learn.
And everybody, check out Catfish Weekly tomorrow. I believe he's going to have Tim Scott on. And after that, it's going to be Catfish and Crappie with a 1v1 drawing. So if you sent in your names, please tune in tomorrow after Catfish Weekly to see if your name is drawn. And if your name is drawn, you can call out anybody on the list. So be sure to be there.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
And are you in on that 1v1?
No, I'm not on a 1v1 that I know of.
I wasn't. I was going to put my name in it, but right now with my schedule where
Right.
it is, I can't.
Yeah, that's what I've run into now. I'll make sure I'm available on the what I think it's the 10th, 9th or 10th. You got to let me know on that
Yeah,
sometime.
I'm working on that. I'm gonna be letting you guys know around April who's gonna be on what days.
Yeah, that way, and I'll make sure I'm gonna be available. 'Cause I got some channel cats calling my name, so I gotta fulfill my obligation and answer to them.
Lance goes, who to call out if I'm picked? Oh, on that 1v1, you never know until you get picked up there, Lance, because there's a lot of good anglers up there.
Who's doing the 1x1?
Lance put his name in that 1v1.
I know I got a fish for I got a challenge for John Parker over the trophy, Catfish for the lick trophy. I'm gonna pass off to him, and then of course I got your tournament, and then me, my wife, and Chrissy Brown.
You got that
And
1v1. The
we're doing
lady, two versus two. The ladies versus the men.
yeah. It might actually be 3-on-3. I think we might have another couple who wants to participate. There might be 3 ladies against 3 wives against husbands, and we're going to do that in remembrance of Catfish Mama. That's what we're going to do in remembrance of her for honor Catfish Terry.
Okay.
That's the whole goal behind that. You know, we're going to have Catfish Mama shirts. The ladies will have Catfish Mama shirts on. I know for sure, and more likely the guys will too, because she was a huge supporter of the family. And, you know, she passed away unexpectedly right before Christmas.
That's gonna be on Catfish Terry's channel, right?
Yep. We done discussed with Terry, and he said he was okay with doing it on his channel, and we're doing it. You know, remembrance of her to help cover the cost of her headstone for the monument.
Okay.
It's pretty expensive. So
Yeah.
whatever money we raise, that's exactly where it's going.
It's for a good cause, a good reason.
Yes, I thought. Yeah, my wife, she was part of the mastermind behind putting everything together. She's the mastermind of about everything that we do together.
I'm sure she's a mastermind on a lot of things.
Yeah, she's one smart cookie, but I love her to death.
Yeah, but I still don't see how you're going to get even with her when she hardly ever sleeps and you go to sleep before she does.
Well, the thing of it is, I get up before she does. She'd be like sleeping like a little bear.
You heard that, Kim, didn't you?
Like this. Yeah, I'll video it.
Yeah, I want to see that video.
Yeah, she come up out of that bed and tear me up, boy.
He got you already?
I did get her with her. Yeah,
but you didn't video it.
Well, yeah, it's kind of, sort of, I guess you would say it, on Carver Stream. She got close to the camera here, and I had a double barrel, like, the whipped cream bottles of the aerosol you squeeze on pies and stuff. Well, I had a double barrel, one in each hand. And when she got up here close to the camera, right here where the ring is, and I striped her. But she wouldn't come on camera. But yeah, I did stripe her pretty good, like from here, across her glasses, and in her hair. Got her hair.
See it on video.
Yeah. So already like, shh. Catfish Service Cincinnati, y'all know. Jay Fox, I've talked to his son Terry Lee earlier today, and he said he's still in bed resting. I found out about it at 4:30 this morning from Catfish Terry himself, but he wasn't doing well. And haven't talked to Catfish Terry since about this evening sometime. But his son been keeping us updated on his condition.
That's good. Well, with that being said,
After he tried to give me a ticket, he quit being an officer. I give you a ticket. Give you a ticket with my telephone number on it. And guess what? She called me.
that's kind of odd.
I mean, it didn't really happen that way, but sounded good.
I'm sure it did.
She felt like, here, take this, here's a quarter, call somebody who cares. That's how what she would say. She's a feisty one, boy.
Yeah, Jane is feisty.
I said, if I was a cop again, he wouldn't talk to me that way. She said, I'll talk to you any way I want to.
Jane is feisty. So, what does Kimberly think about Jane?
Jane, I'm not sure. She really don't. I think she don't mind Jane. Thinks that Jane a little on the crazy side. Everybody's been asking where Jane went to, and I tell them I said she grounded. I grounded her. She's been watching too many girls gone wild, so I had to ground her.
Poor Kimberly. I feel for you. Do you need to carry 2 cast iron skillets? One for John and one for Jane?
A lot of people like Jane. Yeah, that was a spur of the moment deal there too, because we had to, because if I didn't do it, if we didn't do it at the time it happened, then it wouldn't fit in with the rest of the live that was going on. Because we seen what happened. It's like, hey, let's do this real fast. So I ran up to the store and grabbed a mop head and some lipstick and stuff, and we put it together in like 10 minutes. And Hads was still going live, and then we did the video, and I sent it to a couple people, and it made its way around there to Hads, and when he got it, he was on live stream. So he's watching this video on live stream, and everybody's watching him, just watching his reaction. And it's funny to surprise people on live stream and watch their reaction. It's like, oh, how do I go react to this? I didn't expect this one. Because everybody's watching. I always tell everybody, there ain't nobody watching, but actually there's people watching you, so. He is a handful, but lots of laughing.
Oh, yeah.
So, I do got them handcuffs still, Solo. I don't have the key. Well, yeah.
He was more talking to Kimberly instead of you.
Yeah. Yeah, said he had to say about the handcuffs, and I still got an old set of handcuffs that I had back in the day.
Now, Kimberly, are those handcuffs pink and fuzzy or black and fuzzy? Wait for that answer.
Lance says handcuffs are fun.
Oh.
I think she gonna plead the fifth on that one. No luxury cups.
No luxury cups. Okay. Just plain nickel plated and cold. Well, Kimberly, with that thought, I want to say tight lines tonight, everybody. Thank you, John Oyler and Kimberly, for being here and being on here as guests.
Yeah, appreciate you having me up here. Appreciate each and everybody that come in here tonight and support Avid and watch me up here. Hope everybody enjoyed it. And Avid, I'll be in touch with you when it gets closer to April.
I'll be getting in touch with you guys, and I'll be doing another live stream just for the contestants that's going to be in the Channel Cat tournament, so they can come up and talk for a little bit and do a little bit of smack talking and share their thoughts.
Oh yeah, because I already got this wrapped up in the sack, but I'm going to hear what everybody has to say about it.
Oh, you got it wrapped up in the sack. All planned out, huh?
It's already over with. It's before it even started. It's already over with. Just go ahead and tell everybody to throw their towel in now and go ahead and tap out.
Hey, you better be careful because some of these people are going to be coming after you for that statement.
I know it. I'm ready for it. I got the guns ready. Oh, we're gonna have a fun. Win or lose or not, it's still gonna be fun.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Oh, definitely.
I knew you was going to be more gung ho, but now you got Danny to deal with
Oh,
the same smack talking. You got Brad and Don and a bunch of others as well. So
yeah. I'm gonna bring it. They better be ready.
I'll
They
have
better
that.
be ready.
I'm working on that right now, Don, because I want to have equal amount of good contenders for both days. I don't just want to try to throw everybody in one day and not have enough for the next, which I'm sure I have enough people for both days. But I also got to get in contact with them and see if they still want to be a part of it.
Yep. And I'm sure you've got backup people that's interested in it too.
Yeah, I got two more. I got to get a third backup.
And I'm glad you're doing a channel cap because the channel cap does not get the recognition. You know,
Neither do the bullheads.
the bullhead don't either. And I've got some nice bullheads, and I use bullheads for bait for my flatheads. Cause
Well,
I got to,
after this channel cat tournament, I will be doing a bullhead tournament.
yeah. And I got a spot for bullheads too. So you're gonna be seeing me around quite a bit this year. I mean, early part of the spring it's gonna get busy, but I'm gonna make time to fish this
Oh
year.
yeah. Well, all right. You have a good night and spend time with your wife and get some rest for work tomorrow.
All right, buddy. Appreciate having me up. Everybody have a great Monday. It's already Monday, and we will catch you on the next cast. Peace. Yeah,
Get your next guest and be safe, everybody. Tight
yeah.
lines.
Have a good one, everybody. Good night. See you, Evan.
See ya.